Now time for Wild Wednesday as we are joined by the man, the myth, the legend, our wildlife expert, Joey Livingston with Colorado Parks and Wildlife.
Joey, thanks so much for being here. As always, we appreciate it. Let's start with how CPW is distributing millions of dollars to help with youth access all across the state.
Yeah, so this is our Outdoor Equity Grant Program. This program was started back in 2021. It's been massively successful, very popular. The funding for this program has actually doubled since it began. So this year we'll be distributing $3 million in funds, primarily funded through the Colorado Lottery. But these funds go to organizations that support getting youth into the outdoors, specifically youths with disability, from communities of color, LGBTQ plus youth, and so helps support organizations that get them into the outdoors. It's a vital part of CPW's mission and what we want to do. There's so many organizations out there doing amazing work, and these funds just help support the programs that are already out there.
Really expanding access for everyone. I love that, Joey.
Yes. Yeah, there's so much to enjoy in Colorado. We want everyone to enjoy it. Well, we've got another rescue that we got to share. It's that time of the year. More and more people are getting outside, setting up their volleyball nets or outdoor ropes courses. Yeah, I mean, this is these types of rescues. Just walk us through what happened here, and it's not as simple as walking up with some scissors and cutting this guy loose.
No, these are large animals that weigh hundreds of pounds. So there's always dangers for the animals themselves and for our officers. And so we don't take these situations lightly. And so we don't intervene all of the time. But if it's a situation like this where the animal just can't get away and it's going to be life-threatening, we will intervene. And you see in the video where we dart it and the animal thrashes around a lot. So there are dangers to the animals when we take action like this. In this case, the animal was still stuck into the net with its head kind of hanging, so our officer had to approach before the animal was fully sedated, so dangers to our officers there. But fortunately in this situation we were able to remove that and the animal was able to go on its way.
There is video. Unfortunately we didn't get it in this segment, but go follow CPW on Twitter, like all of their accounts, because there's so much great stuff that they share, like this, some good news rescues. So glad that that little guy was not little guy, that was a big guy.
Glad he's okay. Joey, the latest wolf map is out, and we wanted to ask you about this. I know CPW is updating this every month to show folks where the wolves are moving across the high country. One thing we noticed in this purple shaded area, they're getting a little bit closer to the Front Range, some of those watersheds, right?
Yeah, so we did have some wolves move into Larimer County. So they did move into the Front Range, east of the Continental Divide. We did also, we get some interesting data from having these collars on these wolves. We did publicize the potential for a denning pair in Grand County, so potentially some wolf pups on the way in the next couple months. But we also had the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Services investigating the death of a wolf that was reintroduced in the death that occurred in Larimer County, possibly natural causes. But we get some interesting data from these maps and encourage people to check out these maps when we publish them on the fourth Wednesday of every month.
Fish and Wildlife still investigating that death, right?
They are.
At last check. Okay, thanks so much.
Perfect. Well, hey, there's so much you can learn from CPW. I've got a link up on our website right now, kktv.com. Just click the Find It tab. And I mean, it is fishing season, or at least that's year round. But if you need your fishing license, there's links there too. Joey, as always, thanks so much for the time.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having me.
Joey.
We'll be right back.